My name's Keith Neylon. Blue River Dairy is located in the province of Southland, which is the southern end of New Zealand. Blue River Dairy started off with a number of small sheep farmers. It was a little cooperative. Now when I say that, it was all the Mediterranean-based countries down and through the Balkans and Israel. And what we've seen encouraged us to start, because we could see Spain, Greece, Italy, France, etc. Sheep milk, really good products. And when we turned around and looked behind, we could see New Zealand, 30 million sheep, no milk. So from there we started. First of all, we bought a dairy farm. That was producing something like 200,000 solids per year. At that time, it was at the height of what we call the dairy boom. We converted that farm back to sheep. Most people thought we were nuts. 3 years later, I thought I was nuts. So from there, we experimented and we tried all sorts of things. Computer engineers, software writers, redesigning sheds based on photographs we'd seen and stories people had told us. First shed was a big rotary, double fed, 80 a side. We had people from Siemens, Germany, everybody in, trying to get our recording systems right. It was a dismal failure. Then I went to a conference in Sardinia, and I was fortunate to meet 3 people at the airport on my return flight. They were Noah and her crew from Afimilk. We talked for about 30 minutes, and I said to Chris, the guy who was with me, I'm going to Israel. 6 months later, I'm in Israel, and courtesy of Afi, they looked after me like a son. They showed me everything that they could do. They showed me their systems, they showed me farmers, they showed me practices, the whole lot, over 1 week. I returned back to New Zealand, had a look at what we were doing, rang up a friend who had a big Hymac, a big digger. I said, you have 24 hours. He said, what for? I said, go to the farm, dig a hole, and bury everything that we've been working on. Again, he thought I was mad. He said, why? I said, because if we don't do it straight away, I will lose my courage, and I will start tinkering with it, and we will get it wrong. It'll be good money after bad. 24 hours later, everything, software, computers, the lot were in that hole. From there, we started again. With the help and assistance of Afi, we put in a really good management system. And then we could start seeing what the stock was doing. And it was from that point that we started to get it half pie right. Bearing in mind we had to start with New Zealand sheep. There are no milk breeds here other than a few East Friesian. So the Afi system has been invaluable for us, sorting out the various milking traits that we require to find this milking sheep. And after a period of around 10 years, we're really, really happy with what we've found, but we would never have got there without that system. We currently milk around 17,000 sheep twice a day through 3 sheds. They peak at up to 4,000 per day, twice a day. The system is such that the girls can milk round about 1,300 sheep per hour at peak. We have our own homegrown breed now, and so we work to about a 160, 180 day lactation curve, and we try to have multiple births per year, and very, very much like tracking along the same management techniques that we've seen in Israel. Today we have something like 30,000 sheep, from ewe lambs all the way through to aged ewes. And we are now looking at expanding what we do to other farmers with regards to the stock we've bred. We see a real good future for sheep's milk, based on the information we get from the international marketplace, more specifically from China. The products that we make are 4 basic cheeses. Best halloumi in the world, feta and aged feta, pecorino, and a cheese we call a cheddar. We manufacture ice cream, best in the world. We make sheep's milk powder. We'll concentrate on building our business around those products going forward. Count the sheep that are farmed in New Zealand, and we think in the future at least 30% of them will be milked, because the world's looking for the product. We would never have got there without Afimilk. Afimilk has given us the detailed information that we require to make our management decisions. It's allowed us to sort the flock and the genetic material out to the point whereby we can follow the traits, and we're breeding that back. Trying to do it by eye and feel and working with your pets will not get you home, I can assure you. Afimilk System has allowed us to see inside the udder. And when I say inside the udder, it's allowed us to develop the trait. With the help of the Afimilk System, we now have what you call dam, daughter, ram or sire referencing, and we're seeing those traits now starting to come through, and it's helping us to expand the genetic base with regards to the material we're working with. So the top 100, top 1,000 ewes, fantastic production. Bottom 1,000, shocking, shouldn't even be milking them. But without the Afimilk System, we would not have been able to identify that material. So it allows us to get proper culling programs in place. It allows the guys on farm to get their management systems right. It allows them to look at feed, who's getting what, i.e., like some people may look at a ewe and think, that's a skinny old thing, I don't want to have anything to do with it, she looks miserable. Simply, she's just milked it off her back, and she's probably your best producer, but without the system, we couldn't see it. At this point in time, we're managing flock sizes of 4,000 per shed. So we have large databases and so on.